Welcome back to those two girls. Again, those flexible girls, as always, but we're bringing the juice, even though we can't get together this week. But we're still going to touch on some hot topics.
Yes, I'm so excited. I feel like there's a lot of celeb juice going on, as always. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my mic was like wobbling, and I'm like one like huff and puff, and it would have like broken my computer screen.
Literally, like we need like stands. Like this thing is like holding on for it's like a ballerina, like
No, literally.
on like one toe. Don't move.
Literally.
Did you want to tell me what you have first, or do you want me to go ahead?
No, you go ahead. I want
Okay,
to hear
so
your gossip.
okay, well, I'll start with like one of the big ones right now. So Jojo Siwa being on this season of, I guess, the UK's version of Big Brother.
Okay.
Same thing, but in the UK. And causing quite a commotion for several reasons. But one of the biggest ones was that she went into the show with a relationship, or in a relationship with a woman, Kath.
Yes.
And she's an Australian influencer, I believe. So they were in this like pretty solid relationship. Everything was good. And then after being there, suddenly things had changed within her, I guess, and her sexuality. And I have so many thoughts on that. But part of the big reason that people think this is because another fellow contestant, Chris Hughes, which was on Love Island. He's like an ex-contestant on Love Island. They apparently like formed some sort of bond. I didn't personally watch the show. You know, I've seen clips here and there, so I can't like say like, oh yeah, I saw it personally. But there was cuddling, apparently forehead kissing, and they even started to refer to each other as soulmates. So you just think about like the girlfriend watching from home being like,
yeah, this is a little strange.
There's nowhere.
Red flags.
Like, this is so bad, you know? But at the same time, I see it as her, like, you think about Jojo Siwa always being in the spotlight, always being under speculation, you know? Like who is she really? Like, if people are always telling you who to be, how do you find yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And granted, this is a TV show. She is being filmed, but it's, I think, a different concept where, like, you don't have your phone. You're kind of, like, chilling around and, like, things like that. So maybe it has time to, like, you have time to, like, be in your own thoughts. Granted, that mixed in with this man who she is developing feelings for, which then leads to make this whole announcement that she no longer identifies as lesbian, she identifies as queer. So there's a lot of things at play, but I think we do have to give her a little grace. I feel like everyone's torn, you know. On one side, obviously it's messed up. Like, she was in a relationship, period, point blank. Like, I mean, if this was a man, would he be, you know, more scrutinized? I don't know. But at the same time, we have to give her some grace because I feel like she's still finding herself and she's gonna fuck up. Like, it's gonna happen, you know? Right. So I'm torn personally, and ever since then, they've made some, like, post-show appearances together, and she's been on podcasts and stuff, but they deny anything. They just say they're very close in a platonic relationship. Another thing that was messed up, though, was that Kath apparently went to, like, the post-wrap-up party for Big Brother UK, and she flew out. And apparently within an hour, Jojo broke up with her. Mind you, the show hadn't come out, so like she didn't see all this, like So she was.
So now she's watching it, and things are starting to click for her, and she's like, "Oh, okay, this makes sense." Back then, it could have been seen as like it came out of nowhere, but now it's starting to make sense. And then you brought up like the post-show interviews. I think it's funny though. People are making fun of them because I feel like Jojo seems to be more into him than he is into her. Like there was that one interview that he was like, "We're friends." Like he said the word friends like 80 times, and everyone's like, "Are you guys friends?" Like I didn't catch that.
Exactly. Yeah. What was that?
Yeah. Are you friends?
No, 100%. I feel like I agree with you, and I have read here and there like speculation. Granted, I didn't watch Love Island, so I don't know. You know, this Chris Hughes character could be an Earth angel for all I know. But from what I've seen, like in little clips and people like knowing him, it felt very clout chasey.
Yeah.
Like he was very interested in her fame and things, you know.
Oh, yeah, because I had no idea who this person was. Like you said, I didn't watch the show. I only know of him now because of the Jojo Siwa drama with the girlfriend and or ex-girlfriend and everything. But I agree with what you said in the beginning. I think we do need to give her cut her some slack and give her some grace, and we've talked about it in previous episodes. She's very lost. Like you said, someone's always been telling her who she needs to be, how she needs to act, and I just feel like she started at such a young age on Dance Moms, and it was started from being like yelled at by Abby saying you should be this and you should do that, to then, you know, her parents or like whoever else her management team was trying to dictate where she should be because that's where the money's coming in and that's where she's getting the most fame. And I just think she's going to go through a really intense journey of finding herself, and I think it's it's clearly starting right now. You know, she was like, I'm a lesbian now. She's like, okay, never mind, I'm queer, and I think I like men too, and she's just exploring herself. So I think she's in for a little self-finding journey.
Right. Which all of that is okay. I think it's just like the relationship that shitty.
That
And
was messed up.
if you hear about past things within that community with Jojo Siwa and other girls, it's so whatever. She has a track record apparently. I don't freaking know.
Wait, she has a track record of like breaking up with girls like this, or cheating
like
and
ghosting
doing
them
this?
after love bombing. I mean, I don't know. The girl's been through a lot, man.
Yeah,
Did you see that interview too? That she says that ever since that song, that I'm a bad girl, I do bad things. Like everything since then has not been her. I don't know if that's an excuse to get out of like the bejewel, all the stuff she's been doing.
Yeah.
But she says that's not me. Ba 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 ba. I saw an interview the other day saying like
really, she worked so hard for that era of herself. So I'm like, during that, she's like, I don't care what people say. Like this is me. Like fuck them, the haters. And now all of a sudden she's like, you guys, that was so 5 minutes ago. Like that was not me.
That was my label pushing it on me. Basically, is what she said.
That was me when I was hungry. This is the real me.
This is the real me.
This is the real me.
I love that.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's some juicy drama. But he seems to want, what's his name? The guy's name?
What's his last name? His Chris Hughes.
Chris Hughes. Yeah, he seems to want like no part of it. Because I saw clips of them on the show, and like I feel like they were soulmates, whatever, if that's what you want to call it. And then now in the interviews, she's all like touching him, and she's like, right? And he's like, yeah. Anyway, like stop touching me. You
like
know?
the leg touch and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
okay. Read the room, babe. Read the room.
That's great.
I also, obviously, you've seen all of the Meghan Markle talk with this new interview that she did with Jamie Lima Kern.
Dude, her facial expressions.
I
don't even.
That Botox is stiff, baby. That Botox
like
don't move. Yeah, so she did that interview with Jamie Kern Lima, and like, you know what the one thing I took away from that interview is that woman, Meghan Markle, can glorify anything. She will glorify taking a fucking shit and being like, you know, after I take a shit, I like to add some glitter powder to it just to make it feel special because, you know, everyone talks shit about shit. And, you know, I don't even flush the toilet. I just leave it there. So then when the next person comes in, their experience with the shit is just a little brighter. It's just those little touches that make your day a little brighter. Like, she glorified. Jamie asked her, you know, how did you get into cooking and, like, what got you into this? And she was like, you know, I just like to make things look beautiful. And back in the day, I thought, you know, when I thought that Olive Garden was a good meal, and she goes, and it still is, but like, you know, they would just present the pasta and like unlimited breadsticks, and there was no like special touch to it, and nobody was doing it at the time. Like, yeah, okay, no other chef was plating things nicely. So she felt that she wanted to make things beautiful, and it's all about the attention to detail. And she's like, and I just like giving people these, you know, things that I make or bake or cook. It's just, I just want people to know that, like, I see you, and I'm here for you. And listen, as someone who likes to cook and make things look nice, there's nothing wrong with that. I just hate how she has this, like, God complex about herself, that she is so, like, I do such good things, you know, like, I cook for my friends, and, like, I make it so special. I don't know, that bugged me. And then also she said, I saw a really quick clip where she was like, you know, people that I've known my whole life, like, see me now, you know, like, obviously because she's like the Sussex or whatever, she's Meghan Sussex.
Yeah.
And they're like, people tell her that, oh my God, like you haven't changed, like you're still the same. And she goes, you guys, I'm still me. I'm still me. Like I haven't changed. Except for when she wants to correct her friend Mindy Kaling of like, it's Sussex now, right? Like not Meghan Markle.
This is so crazy to me because, okay, with the interview, first of all, I love the no makeup. I love the rebrand, homey vibes.
Yeah.
I feel like if her, Blake Lively, J-Lo,
Oh my God.
and what's the girl, Rachel
Which one?
Snow White,
Oh, Zegler.
oh, we're like in a face-off of like narcissism, that would be a show. That
Who would win?
Oh my God, I would watch that like literal my lifeline. Like,
Wait, like, hold on. This is a competition
would they
show
get anywhere or would they just talk about themselves the whole time?
It would get somewhere. It would get somewhere. And if anyone who produces shows like that is listening to this, like, we want to volunteer as the hosts of that show because that would be a good fucking show. Who do you think, who would be your choice as in that group? Who would come out as number one?
Really quick. Oh, because I feel like Meghan Markle's definitely up there.
She's up there. But Blake Lively, like, she's delulu.
Oh, Blake Lively's up there too.
And J-Lo,
like in a
like,
more
what?
okay. So this is the thing. Blake Lively is obliviously narcissistic. Meghan Markle is manipulatively calculated narcissistic. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's got a plan and she executes with precision.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
J-Lo is just, she doesn't know what's going on. Like, she thinks that this is her movie. She thinks she is the Truman Show. And we're just like props, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone around her is just a prop.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Rachel Zegler, I don't know. I think she needs to be institutionalized. Like, when she literally was like, she's such a theater kid. That's the thing. That's the thing. And she's like, I would just hope that just like, what is it? The broken winged woman and the Louvre, everyone at the Louvre lined up to see her, even though she had cracks. And I have my cracks. And I hope that everyone will line up to see the projects that I will do from here on. It's like,
that was
what?
Oscar-worthy.
What was that? What was that monologue? Like,
That
girl.
was Oscar-worthy. Dude, no, but it's so true. I kind of feel like Meghan Markle would come out on top because, like you said, she's calculated with it. And I was but a clip of Megyn Kelly's show came on, and Dave Portnoy was on the podcast with her, and they were talking about Meghan Markle. And she says that she knows someone, so like she has it on good authority, allegedly, that she knows someone who knows Meghan Markle's ex-husband, and Meghan Markle apparently had a vision board with Prince Harry in the vision board. So this was her plan all along. And, she likes to pretend like, I didn't know who the royal family was. I had no idea
She
who
has
Prince Harry
the picture
was.
in front of the castle when she was a child. Like, that is manifestation in itself. Like, okay, girl, like, whatever. And not just that, it's like, oh, you're the same exact person. No, she's not. She wasn't making cookies and being like a model, like opening Deal or No Deal, like beauty. No, no. She's all over the place. She's just, and like, think about the inconsistency. Like, she leaves England because it's like, oh my gosh, I need to go into hiding. And now it's like, oh, I want my own show. I want my own cooking show. I want everything. And everything's so curated. Nothing seems authentic with her.
No.
Even the way she enunciates her words. And that's a pet peeve of mine. It's like people that talk like this and just need to really just enunciate everything they're saying. I don't know if they think they're sounding more intelligent.
Right.
But like, I couldn't be around that. Maybe it's because he has a British accent, so he finds it cute. I don't know.
Maybe. And then there was a portion in the episode where she's like trying to be very relatable. Like you said, it started with the no makeup, like, okay, rebranding with the no makeup. I'm relatable. I'm just like you. I'm just a regular mom. Okay, no, you're not. She was like, this morning I woke up at 6, I take the kids to school, like, I'm running around, like, you have a team, like, you have a team of people, you have a help, and my thing is, like, I just wish she would be just more real, you know what I mean, like, just be real with like the Blake Lively's, the J-Lo's, like just be real. Don't try to be relatable. And I feel like I'll give it to the Kardashians. I feel like they don't even try to be relatable. They're just like, we're so fucking rich and this is just our lifestyle and you don't get it, you can hate on it, but like we're not gonna try and pretend like we're the regular schmegular Joe and fucking Pam on the street, because we're not.
But I feel like within that, you find relatability, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because they're not trying to be something else. Or, you know, I mean, it depends which Kardashian we're talking about, because I feel like they're all different. But back to, like, the whole Meghan Markle thing, I was going to say one thing. Ah, darn it. I hate when that happens.
Let me know when it comes back to you. I did want to hit on something, too. Apparently, I don't know if you've heard, but King Charles isn't doing that great, which means Prince William will be stepping up to take the crown soon. And sources allegedly have said that he will be stripping her of her title, so she'll no longer be Sussex when he becomes king. And allegedly that people have said that he loathes Harry and Meghan with every bone in his body, and believes that they just betrayed. They betrayed everything and everyone, which I guess it's true. Like, I mean, Harry, obviously Prince William has more responsibilities when it comes to like his role in the royal family because he's next in line to be king, but it's not to say that Prince Harry didn't have those responsibilities either. And, you know, to the family, it just looks like Meghan's, you know, kind of removed him from all of that. And I don't know. I just feel like she tried to do the Princess Diana thing and it just did not land because you're not Princess Diana.
I feel like she has a way to victimize herself in every single situation, especially against the royal family. And so what I think, in my alleged opinion, is that I feel like Prince Harry, since his mom passed at such a young age from all this, like, obviously paparazzi, like, tabloids, the whole nine, like, that's to blame, and all the things that they were saying about her, and it just led to all this, literally, her passing.
Yeah.
Meghan used that because he already has this, like, wound, this mother wound. So she took over as that mother, especially as a Cancer.
She capitalized. Yes.
And she basically capitalized, she penetrated, and basically said, look, it's happening again.
Right.
I'm a mirror image of your mother, and it's happening to me again. So are you going to do something this time now that you have the capability?
Yeah.
And that's my take on it.
Yeah.
And she still wants that whole, like, woo-woo image because she thought she was going to come back to America and be celebrated. Like, oh, you stood up to the royal family, go you. But in reality, it's like, listen, this is like a monarchy of, like, how many years for you to come and, like,
try to destroy it. And
not just that. You hear stuff where she had assistants that she would fire every day. There's so many things. And, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, she's not perfect. I see through that shit. Like, her eyes tell me a story. Exactly. Makeup or no makeup?
Makeup or no makeup, we see you, Meghan, and we want you to feel heard and seen.
We see you. Exactly.
We see you. No, that was spot on, his mother going through that, and I think she picked at a vulnerable, topic and instance. Yeah, and she took that and ran with it. And how is he not going to be like, oh my God, she's so right. Like, history is repeating itself. Like, how can I turn a blind eye to this? So, yeah.
She has a great way of coming off innocent and a victim. I just think she took so many jabs after that Oprah thing, like even saying like how she thought that like they were able to present themselves to the public in a certain way, but behind closed doors, they're actually like regular schmegular and fun, but they were the same persona here and there. Obviously talking about Kate, obviously talking about all of them, and that's like shade. Like that's not okay.
Oh yeah, that's
and like they didn't accept her, and there was just so much shade there. Like I just feel like coming into such like a high power family, you need to be a submissive person, like period. Like you can't come in here and fucking try to like shake shit up. Like that then this isn't for you. Why are you dating this man?
This is the thing. This is centuries of rules, regulations, and just this is the way it is type thing. Like that's the way it's been for centuries. That's like historic for the people in England. That's historic for the royal family, their customs, and that's how they operate. And you can come in and 1,000%, no one's saying that she needed to come in and be a fucking like little puppet and a yes girl. Like you can have your shit. Like you can be like, I don't like this, but I don't know. I just to take it as like, what did you think you were getting into though? My thing is like, what did you think you were getting into? Like, I'm confused as to what she thought
I'm
it
not
was
gonna
going
date
to
like
be.
the head of a cartel member and be like, no guns anymore. Now that I'm
That's what I'm
here,
saying. Like, it's like,
what
what
am
did
I
you think it
doing?
was? Of course, you can have your opinions of like, I don't like that. I don't agree with this, but this is what I signed up for. It's just like any marriage, right? It's just like you marry your husband or your wife's or whoever's family. Like, you married into the family. So, like, you knew what you were getting into. You can't all of a sudden be like, actually, I'm not cool
No,
with
she
this.
tried to
Like,
pull a
things didn't pan out.
Diana, like, and failed
That's what it
miserably.
is.
That's all
That's
it
what it is.
is.
But
She wanted
yeah,
to be
I
like
thought
this, like,
that
hero that breaks the mold. Like, honey.
it just didn't land. It didn't land. And I feel like if she would have been more relatable, if she would have been more down to earth, more upfront, it could have hit. It would have gone in her direction, and we all would have felt sorry for her 1,000%. But she's just not. I just think people just see right through her. She's phony. And you
Yeah,
can
and
see
do you
right through
not
her.
realize too, like you said, like more relatable and stuff, like when they first started dating, that's kind of the vibe she gave off. She's so manipulative. She
Yeah.
just seemed very down to earth, very
Yeah.
respectful, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden she has this name, she's living in the
Yep.
Sussex quarters and da 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 da, and she has all this power, and then she's just gonna like tear them apart and be like, oh, I'm getting picked on X, Y, and Z. Like, we need to move to America. Like, I'm sorry, but he has a whole ass legacy here. You have you were like one of the cast members of Suits, and then you were opening up suitcases. I love my suitcase.
I like my
I
suitcase.
like my suitcase. Do you know what I mean? Like from suits to suit. Like,
Yeah,
I don't-
yeah.
But like either way, it's just like it to me. It just seems disrespectful, and I don't care. Call me like an anti-feminist. I don't give a shit. It's like don't get involved with people that you're not going to be able to follow their rules when they like. It's like bigger than you. It's a dynasty. It's worldwide. Like I'm not gonna go to freaking North Korea and be like, hey, we're changing up the rules. No. Like,
Listen.
I am going to abide by the rules. I am
Right.
new here.
Right.
I'm
But
coming
that's-
into this.
Yes, and that's not to say she can't have her opinions on things and speak out on like things. Like 1,000%, you're allowed to have your opinions on things, but I don't know the way she handled it.
It was all the subtle
not good.
shade. And, like, I'm not naming names, but it's this woman, and the only other woman is
With
Kate.
Kate. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's some stir going on TikTok. So, obviously, you know BJ Novak
Yeah,
and
The
Mindy
Office.
Kaling.
Yes.
From The Office. So they basically met in 2004 on the set of The Office. They were both producers, like writers, and actual
Yes.
cast members. And they ended up dating from 2004 to 2007. And the relationship on screen mirrored their off screen relationship a lot. Like they were very on again, off again situation. Mindy had stated in the past that he broke her heart and that she would have married him, basically. So it just feels like she's just like literally like the show, like just so deeply in love with him, you know, like to no extent. So they've stayed very close friends, and BJ is actually the godfather of all three of her children.
Whoa. I knew they were
Whoa.
close friends. I didn't know that. That's
Wait till
close.
okay, so you don't know this. So not just that, she has never publicly come out saying who the father is.
Oh no.
And they haven't denied, like, you would think that they would just deny it's definitely not BJ. It's, you know, like, whatever. It's none of your
Right,
business, but it's not.
right.
They haven't denied it. Okay. He also has been to many family events, even dressing up as Santa Claus, like family pictures and stuff with the three kids.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so she never revealed who the father was. Fine. In February of this year, 2025, BJ even presented Mindy with her Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Yeah.
And like stated that she was a deep and caring friend during his speech when he gave it to her. And then just going back a little bit, because like this is where like the rumors started. Late 2024, BJ, who is 45 years old, allegedly began quietly dating Delaney Rowe from TikTok. That one girl that does all those like parodies of like the insufferable female lead and X, Y, and Z. They were seen together at events in New York, like the Bowery Hotel and this other like after party. Okay. And then by April of this year, so last month, it was confirmed by sources close to them, but like neither one of them had spoken publicly on this.
Okay.
And, you know, Mindy and BJ seem to still be like really good friends, so it's all good,
yeah.
fine. But it just, What?
Okay.
I mean, to each their own, but what?
Hold on. Wait, okay. Hold on a second. She has 3 kids. Is she married?
It's only been BJ. Like, her and him, like, best friends, basically.
So there's no other man who
and he's
is
the godfather
in
of
the
all
picture?
3 kids. No,
But there's
the
no
only-
other man in the picture that everyone is like, you guys, it's obviously her
No, it's
ex-husband's
BJ.
kids.
No,
or...
everyone speculates it's them, and not even that. It's like,
Wait, what do the kids look like? What do they look like? Have you seen pictures?
I feel like from the pictures I've seen, she never shows the faces. It's always like the back of the
Okay,
head,
okay.
you know, like privacy stuff. But even what I was gonna say is that they both like have been asked about it, and it was like a Marie Claire or whatever article in like
Yeah.
2014. And she just basically said she doesn't care about the speculation. She's like, they're happy, he's family, period.
Okay. Okay. I just like, if there's no other man in the picture, and she's not married right now.
Sperm donor, if they just did it the old-fashioned way, but either way, like, I mean,
yeah. Well, maybe he is the father, but he was like, listen, like, I will give you the kids, but I don't want to be involved to that capacity, but like, I'll be there for them to some capacity, with whatever for them in some capacity. Or maybe it's a sperm donor and they're like BFFs, or like, I don't know.
We're just going to
he's
raise them
like,
together.
Yeah, we're just going to raise them together. I'll be known as like, Uncle BJ, and like, I won't have that father figure. I'll kind of be their father figure, but I won't have the full responsibility of being the father, but it's still like, you get the best of both worlds in a sense.
I feel like that's probably the best assumption of it, but
situation.
I like it.
I mean,
as long as they both like are happy, which it seems like they are, considering he did the whole speech for her star after there was already rumors of him with another woman.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like, that verifies that.
Yeah.
They're still friends. So, good. Love them both.
This is interesting. Yeah, wait, this is really interesting.
But it was just so random. Like, Delaney wrote about like, what?
So
Trisha
random.
Paytas
And I
next? Like, who? Like, I don't...
I want to do some digging
people.
into her love life. And I wish I could see what the kids looked like, because
there's probably pictures, but when I looked it up real quick, all I saw was like back of heads.
Okay. Interesting. Wait, I kind of love this for them. It's like unconventional and it's very modern. Very modern.
Completely alleged, but
completely alleged.
Completely alleged, but highly speculated, let me tell you.
You guys, this is the Alleged Podcast.
Yeah, we should change
the
name.
Podcast, the Mean Girls.
The 2 alleged girls. We don't even know where we are.
The Mean Girls. Yeah, we see you, motherfuckers. Whatever.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. So do you have some more juice?
Wait, yeah, okay. So I'm not watching this show, but obviously I've seen little clips here and there because I'm a huge Stassi Schroeder fan. Love her since day one of Vanderpump Rules. It's my fucking birthday! Like, can totally relate. So as we know, she is on Vanderpump Villa. Season 2 is out now, and I saw this clip where they're in Italy, so the show takes place in Italy, and Beau is there. Beau Clark is her husband. I don't know how long they've been dating for, but they've been together for a while. He was on the Vanderpump Rules like days before Stassi left.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw this clip, but they are there with his sister Georgia, okay? And like, I have no idea about Beau's like family, so I'm thinking this is like a sister, that he's known since he was little. Like, obviously, like they grew up together, they have the same parents, like whatever. Stassi is super annoyed because Beau has a tattoo of his sister Georgia's name. So she's like annoyed, and at first I'm like not understanding. I'm like, what's the big deal? What? He has a sister of his. He has a tattoo of his sister's name. Like, why is that a problem? It's his sister. Get over it. Come to find out, then she later on says in the show that they just only recently met, Beau and Georgia, and
as adults.
And that Stassi's actually known Beau for like way longer than he's known Georgia, and so she's pissed.
Wait.
Yes,
Georgia came after Stassi.
Georgia came after Stassi.
And you know what I wanted to say to you? Do you remember on the show when Stassi meets the mom? I could have sworn she was acting like he was her only baby.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like, and I don't know if it's on the mom's side.
It's probably on the dad's side or whatever.
I don't know if it's on the dad's side.
I've never heard about a sister. I've
Never
never
heard
heard
about a
about like
sister.
a gerbil. I haven't heard.
Never heard about a sister, have no idea. And so she, Dark Passenger, if you know, Dark Passenger comes
Ooh,
out.
she went
And
for a ride.
she went crazy, and it's her birthday, and she had one too many spritzes, Aperol spritzes, and she comes after Beau, and she was like, why don't you have my name? I think it's just fucking weird that you won't get my name tattooed, but you have your sister, Georgia, who you've known for less time than me. You have her name tattooed, and at first I feel like people were kind of like coming at Stassi, but like maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but what the fuck? That would piss me the fuck off, and that would creep me the fuck out. And let me just say, his sister's really pretty. She's pretty.
Yeah,
And I'm like, this is just weird.
I saw that one clip where they're like hugging, and I'm like,
At first, I was like, "Who is that?" And then it's like his
That's a
sister. I'm
little
like,
bit of a
"Oh,
caress.
his sister."
It was like a little bit of a caress.
It was a caress, and so
Listen,
I
me,
am.
me and homeboy Edgardo ain't caressing like that. All right,
No, right?
Cutesy.
Yeah,
My brother.
Yeah, right. And it's just, to me, it's strange, and I am so team Stassi on this. Like, that would piss me off. That makes me feel so weird and uncomfortable. Like, I would just be like, don't get, either you get my tattoo, my name and her name, or you get nobody's fucking name tattooed.
100%. And what about his kids? Like, he could have made something cute with like his 2 kids and Stassi or like something, but like
Something.
that's like that important in his life. Okay, no. I would be absolutely upset.
Livid.
No, 100%. She has the right to be. I think it's a little awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm putting myself in like Beau's position, and it's like, oh my god, imagine his sister finding out about this. It's like, but like at the same time, Dark Passenger is never wrong in her mind.
Dark Passenger is never wrong. We stand Stassi's Dark Passenger.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times I've disagreed, but a lot of times, she has the right motive, the right reason, but she just executes it
Horribly.
a little too strong.
Yes.
But she's right.
She's
why
right.
she's mad. Not to invalidate why she's mad. It's just like the execution kind of like
Yes. Well, you know what?
moots
As
it.
she said, she's like, I am the devil, and don't you fucking forget it. Mm-hmm. Bitch. Mic drop.
There you go. She's holding.
Yeah, I thought that was
true
fucking
to those
weird.
words. I love it.
I thought that
Oh
was
my
fucking
god.
weird.
Well, yeah. I guess that's it for now.
Yes. Any plans for this weekend or anything? I know it's like Saturday, but
No, I'll be studying and stuff. Next
fun.
weekend is my birthday. It's my
oh my
fucking
god! Wait, what are we
birthday.
doing? We haven't even. It's so funny how we're so opposite in that regard. Where I am like a month in advance, like these are my birthday plans, and make sure you can be there. You're fucking dead to me, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm
like,
doing.
I'm chilling. I'm like, hey, I'll be here. Come if you want. And like people either show up or they don't. It's like whatever. But
Yeah.
and then sometimes I'll take a trip with AJ. So we'll see. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
taking. I think he's working. But either way, we'll do something fun.
We'll do something,
Especially
yeah.
it's on a Saturday, so I have to do something.
Yeah, and
My
it's
birthday's
like
never on a Saturday.
it takes.
Do you remember that one
7
person
years.
that was saying that their birthday's always on the good days? Do you remember
Who
that?
said that?
An
No.
ex-boyfriend of mine.
Really?
He was like, my birthday's always either on Friday or Saturday. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Bless his heart.
He was convinced. I'm like, okay. Okay.
Like, okay.
It's like Easter, like like it's always like the third Sunday or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, my birthday's the second Saturday and it always lands on actual, like my day. But
My dad's, which I thought it was weird. I like forgot, but my dad's girlfriend's birthday is like February 29th. So like every other year, she doesn't even have a birthday.
wait, how old is she?
I don't know. Actually.
So let's say she's 36. She's actually 9.
And then like at first I
Like,
started
can
laughing.
she get into clubs? Does she have to use your
They
ID?
even like give her an ID. Like what? I don't know. At first I was laughing about it, but then I was like, wait, that's kind of fucking cool.
Wait,
like
but
I
so-
could be 16.
I've always wondered that. Like, so do you like adapt to like having March 1st as your birthday, or
Exactly.
because
The
if
28th.
I was her, I'm like, no, honey, I am literally about to turn 10 because it's leap year this year. Like, and I'm like literally 40 years old. Like,
Literally.
use it to your advantage. It's like the opposite of
Yeah.
dog years. Literally.
Well, that's all she wrote everyone. So thank you for tuning in. Next week, I feel like we've been hitting really heavy on the celeb shit. And yes, but we
We're all
also
for
want
it.
to, we want to mix it up a bit. So we're going to do just like normal talking content that we used to do, whether it's about our lives, just like mental health shit. I don't know, just fucking shit that comes up. But we'll also mix in the celebrity stuff because we want a good balance. But we also would love any feedback. So let us
No,
know.
100%. And I feel like to add to that, it's because we have a lot of emotional depth. And I feel like even if we give a lot of like motivational stuff, especially being, I'm going to say elderly women, I'm going to be shunned for that. But,
36, like I said in the last podcast.
yeah, I'm like, you still got a couple years to go. But you know what I mean? We've been through so much, and I feel like we can just give advice to that. So email us too if you see this and you have a question,
Yes.
anything, always anonymous, and we can help you. And we are like literally amazing with guys. Like, I mean, obviously we're married now, but for a reason.
For a reason.
That's the proof. That's the proof. But we're smart.
Yes. Those two
We
girls
got you.
podcast at gmail.com. Alrighty,
Thank you so much.
guys.
Love
Until
you
next
guys.
time. Bye.